I'm standing here with Elias Pöyry from Virtu. You're a deputy CEO at Virtu, and you're actually dealing not only with the plain charging and backend for charging infrastructure, but recently you launched a special charging, which is a vehicle-to-grid charging. Can you just introduce this shortly?
Yeah, basically, to make it really short, vehicle-to-grid is a concept where you can also take electricity out of the car battery and use it either locally for home purposes, building purposes, or wider in the electricity grid or then even electricity markets.
So I thought that vehicle-to-grid is just in the lab scale and it's not really live. Do you have this already functional somewhere in the real network?
Yes, now we have the first ones functional. There are tens of them already, and we are going to have in next 12 months thousands of them. So I think that this next 12 months will be the real blooming time of the vehicle-to-grid technology. Now the technology is ready for markets.
Are they deployed in Finland or somewhere else as well?
They are deployed. We have in Finland projects, we have in Scandinavia projects, and then we have in UK a major project with over 1,000 chargers together with E.ON.
Okay, I guess this is the hardware, right? I need a vehicle-to-grid charger, but then you have a backend and some control and management IT system, right? How would I actually control the charging from my vehicle to the grid?
That's a very good question. So the key in V2G charging, if I take electricity out of your car battery, you want to be in control of that. So the end user solutions are what are defining how we use V2G technologies. But then the second thing is that where you use it, usually there are different parameters, different kind of customers for V2G electricity. One might be grid, other might be distribution or TSO, DSO level. It might be just electricity sales level, auxiliary markets level. So basically you have to control the stacked use case of when to give each of these players decide. And of course, like I said, the end user is the number one. And this is why we need to have good system in place to control all this.
And when I'm the final customer, what is my interface with the system? Do you have any smartphone app or?
Yes, indeed. So normal EV charging apps are the interfaces. Basically, if you connect to this kind of V2G charger with a car and you have the charging app, of course, you cannot charge without having an app that is our network or interoperable network. So you get the notification that this is not a normal charger. Now you have to kind of accept the rules that this works a bit differently. And usually we ask your return time because we want to use this charger and your car while you're gone, and we have to know when you're back.
And I assume that there will be some interface vis-a-vis DSO or TSO, right?
Yes. The problem is, of course, that in electricity markets, the markets and regulations are a bit different. So in each market there is maybe a different kind of market access strategy. But yes, interactions to either markets, aggregators, DSOs, TSOs, or virtual power plants of electricity companies.
And if you go to more details, does it work with any OEM brand, and does it work with any charger, or is it somehow limited? Or when we talk about charging standards, does it work with both standard CCS and CHAdeMO?
Yes, it works if we have CCS chargers. So basically, and CCS cars. So basically, this works at the moment only for CHAdeMO standard, so Japanese cars. Why is that? It's because it's a standard already and it's open standard, so everybody can use CHAdeMO standard cars for V2G purposes. But in CCS world, so in the European standards, this will be standardized before 25. So I would say that maybe 2022, 2023, we are seeing a lot of pilots, and then 24, all the cars are kind of V2G capable. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't invest into this technology right now, because actually the hardware and the connection with the car is a small part in this value chain, and the much more difficult part is actually the market access part.
Okay, thank you for your time. The thrilling technology, I hope we will see it in our region very soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.